on, guys? I forgot my tripod, but you know what? It's all right. We got a lot to do today. Oh, get off. Anyway, we got a lot to do today. We're at another familiar place. You guys remember I was here last time getting tires swapped on my CE28s. We're back at Rcompound, getting some stuff done. Let me go around so you can see there's the information. Talk to Dwayne. Dwayne's the man. He's busy with another car right now, but I brought my wheels for Ad Deal car. Well, his wheels for his car, for his P10. We got a lot to do today. I know you're saying, Juan, the picture said dyno tune, but there's a lot of steps that we have to take before we get it to the dyno, which is going to be tomorrow actually. But you'll see it in this video towards the end. Don't just skip to the end. So we're gonna be here at our compound, get some tires on his T37s, which I had powder coated and put new official decals by Ray's Engineering and Ray's valve stems. From here, I have to run over back to my neighborhood and go to WestEnd Alignment. You remember them, previous track prep episode. We're gonna go there. We're gonna go ahead and get the car aligned, get it all squared up with its new Turbo FX rear control arms, and then we're gonna dyno tune it at Natural Aspirations in Torrance. I'm expecting 185 to 195 on a dyno pack, so we'll see. But first, we gotta get in there, get some tires. I'll show you guys tires after they're done, so I won't slow Dwayne down very much today. All right, so here are the wheels. Dwayne and his crew went ahead and mounted them up. Attention to detail is so important here. And they're always very careful not to go ahead and get anything scratched or anything like that. So there's my fifth spare over there. But this color should look pretty good on a deal car's green P10. In case you guys wanted to know what size tire I'm running, it is a Firestone Firehawk Indy 500 in a 205/45/16. Shouldn't have any clearance issues on the deal car's P10. And he's gonna daily the car quite a bit and road race it, probably autocross it. So these tires should hold up pretty well. That's what I run on my daily. I love them for the price, and they're pretty quiet. So, all right, now I'm gonna go ahead and load them up, put them in my P11. and roll over to WestEnd. We'll roll over to WestEnd next, get the alignment done. But for now, again, if you guys need tires, definitely hit up Rcompound, hit up Dwayne, Rcompound USA. See if we can see it right there. Yep, there it is. Hit them up. Best prices in town, best service in town. And on to the next one. So we made it over to WestEnd. I was able to pick up a nice little tripod so my arm wasn't killing me when I was holding this camera. But here we are. You guys know the place. Come down here, set up your appointments, get some real deal full spec alignments to whatever you guys need. So here's the car. It's a little bit of a mess inside. Let's not see that, but let's pretend we didn't see it. So here's the car. I'm about to take it in. Chris has another car on the rack. Once he is done with his, this will go on the rack and get aligned. But it looks like there's a huge gap in the rear, but it isn't. It's just the car is kind of on a uneven plane here. So we definitely wouldn't want to roll on a 2-finger gap. And it looks like everything's gonna be all right. So what do we have next? Again, keep watching, don't skip forward. And if you like videos like this, like and subscribe, hit the notification button so you get all the new videos that we're putting out. I do have quite a bit that I'm still gonna put out. And so now in a second here, we'll take it up on the rack. What we're probably gonna go ahead and do is, this car already has Cusco upper control arms in the front that are, I believe they give you 2 degrees of camber in the front. And in the rear, we have the Turbo FX rear custom adjustable control arms, lower control arms. So what we'll do is we'll try to go ahead and match the front with 2 degrees. If we can't do that, I think we'll get as close as we possibly can to it. And the car will finally be straight, because the steering wheel is a little cocked to the right. We're gonna go ahead and get that fixed. The MSD 8969 to activate the VVL is working. That was wired up. I went ahead and took care of that last night. I haven't set it to any specific RPM because we'll do that at the dyno tomorrow, or in a couple minutes if you guys keep watching. And that will conclude everything that needs to be done with it. And actually, I do have a big brake upgrade for the car that's ready to go in. I have P11 calipers that are gonna go in because these baby brakes here, stock brakes just won't cut it. So we will put the P11 brakes on the front. The rears will remain the same. I'm going to use StopTech pads in the front and StopTech rotors that are going to be slotted with P11 calipers that I had sent off to go get powder coated, so they look nice and clean. Now, I think I hear Chris calling me, so we'll get inside. All right, so the car's on the rack. Chris is doing his thing. I'm trying to go ahead and get everything taken care of today so it's ready for tuning tomorrow. But what we are going to go ahead and do, based on Chris's suggestion, is because of the Cusco camber arms, he went ahead and measured the camber in the front, and it looks like we're running 2.7 degrees of camber in the front. We don't want to exactly match 2.7 in the rear, but we will do 2.2 to be able to get the car to still rotate. And again, I trust Chris and whatever he suggests to me. And a deal car seems to have plenty of experience driving, so we're gonna be pretty good and set to go. Let's see if I can get under there and show you guys what the I can't, let me see through here. Maybe I can't show you the rear controllers, but they're in there. Thanks, Chris. You'll be cameraman today. So those are the Turbo FX rear control arms. They're all hind length and custom, and I powder coated them wrinkle black. And they give us plenty of adjustability. Chris is gonna work his magic. Don't mind the stock rear sway bar. That one's gonna get upgraded too to the ADCO rear sway bar. And thank you, man. You're smooth, bro. You got a career in camera work. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run 2.2 degrees in the rear. That should give the car a great feeling and great road feel. And he's gonna go ahead and fix the non-centered steering wheel. And we're gonna be good to go. We're gonna be able to drive right over to Natural Aspirations right here in Torrance and get this car tuned. Give me your guesses as far as the horsepower. I'm sure you're gonna see the horsepower at the end of this video. Maybe I shouldn't put it in this video. Maybe I'll put it on the video where a deal car gets it. But the nice thing about it is a deal car won't know how much horsepower the car puts down until he gets the car back. Actually, yeah, he won't know until he gets the car back, because this video won't be posted till after he gets the car back. You guys will get to go along for the ride when he does get his car back. We definitely will be recording that. We'll have all the guys. We'll probably do something nice for him and everything like that. So I'll let Chris continue working his magic, and onto the dyno. We made it. From this side though. Huh? I gotta get your good side? All right, so we made it over to Natural Aspirations. We're here. I brought out the G20. So Chris over here at Natural Aspirations, we'll go ahead and meet him now. What's up, guys? This guy's Chris. Chris, nice to meet you, man.
Sorry for the dirty gloves.
It's all good. It's personal enough. So hey, let us know where people can find you, what you do here at Natural Aspirations, man.
Well, we've been here in Torrance, California. Been here for quite some time. We keep it pretty low key, so you don't really see us too often out there. Do a lot of road racing. Used to do a lot of import drag racing.
Yeah, I saw your old drag race CRX, that 86
old
back
school
there.
86, yeah, right, back in the day, all motor class. We do a lot of Nissans, a lot of SR20s, RB20s, RB26s. Like I said, we're up and around. You
guys run the gamut pretty much on the Nissan game.
Yeah, I don't stay to one brand. You know, yeah. I'm a lover of all cars.
So you do, I know you told me you have a FK Type R that you're doing tuning later today for SEMA.
Yep.
So you do Hondas, you do Nissan, you're at Edelbrock and you do tech support for their
superchargers. Currently right now I do tech support for the superchargers at Edelbrock. So
you're well versed in tuning V8s and anything that's domestic as well.
Yeah, getting more into the V8 stuff. You know, I like to master what I tune, so I take my time with it. I don't just absorb it and just say, hey, I know how to tune this. I'm always constantly learning, you know, just like anybody should, you know, constantly perfecting your craft. That's
awesome, man. So today I brought you this to master your craft a little bit more. I know it's not the latest and the greatest, but we're gonna get through it. I know you're gonna do a great job, and tell the people where they can find you, man.
You got www.naturalaspirations.com. Check us out on Facebook, Natural Aspirations. And you have our Instagram, natural_aspirations.
And I'll go ahead and put that at the top, somewhere in here, above him, so you can, yeah, in there, in that square, that invisible square.
Cool.
Thank you again, Chris, for the appointment and taking care of my car today on, well, kind of a short notice, but we're gonna get a deal car, his car back, and we're gonna get it back to him. We're gonna give it to him, I think maybe in a week or two, and then what we'll be able to do is finally find out how much power this makes. So to go over the car again real quick, it is a SR20VE purchased from Andreas Miko in Florida. It has the VE math. We have the N1 cams in it, the Fujitsu header, 3-inch exhaust, and that's pretty much it for modifications besides the SR16 shorter gear ratio transmission. So we're running the MSD 8969, and at the same time we have a Nistune Type 4 board in that P10 ECU for the car. So we are hoping to make somewhere around 185 to 195 horsepower, but the most important thing here is reliability. So before we get started, just to show you that Chris is a Nissan guy at heart, but don't tell him that, because he does have an AP2 S2000. There's a hard body pickup with an SR20 DET in it, making, how much horsepower did this make, Chris? 300?
290 horsepower, 300 foot-pounds of torque.
Okay, so 290 horsepower, 300 plus pound-feet of torque. Unfortunately, it has a bad ringland now, but this seems like something that would be pretty fun to drive. It's very Mad Max-ish, very unassuming. Nobody would look at it and tell anything different. But it's definitely a kid of the 90s, because there's definitely mini truck spirit in this truck. So, I mean, look at those beefy Toyo R888s, 235s all the way around. Looks like something like a 15 by 9 or 10 rim. That's pretty wide. Pretty cool stuff. We're still here at Natural Aspirations with Chris still on the dyno. We've run into a couple issues. The car developed out of nowhere a TPS problem. So luckily for me, being close to a couple of people in the area, this guy right here came through, Mufi Jesus and his part stash. He came through with a TPS for the car. And because we have a TPS now, Chris can continue tuning, but as soon as we swap TPSs, the air idle control valve went out. So the car's idling about 1800 RPM, 1600. It's varying in between then, but he's still able to tune the car completely. So we're working on it now. We're setting the VVL activation point at 5600 RPM, and we're gonna go ahead and see what happens. Oh, I think he might do a pull right now, so let's go ahead and check that out. Now, as it sits, the car is making 186 horsepower. So he's still moving up the RPM band and slowly doing it in a safe way, which is something I greatly appreciate it. The motor sounds real healthy. Again, it's only that air idle control valve issue that we have to fix now, but I'll get to that next. I'll order a new one. I have plenty of used ones I can use as well. So I think we might have a couple more runs in it until we get to the 8200 RPM that I want to go ahead and set it at. And then we will be done. Then all but a deal car will know what kind of horsepower this thing's make. See what it made on that run. 185, pretty consistent. Let's see what it made on its last run. It should be 185 consistently. And that's it. 184.69. That's what it's going to be. Is that good enough for you, Chris?
Works for me.
All right, man. Let's lock it in. And again, don't sleep on the FK8. Beautiful car. So again, the car finished up at 185 horsepower, 140 pound-feet of torque. It was very consistent every run. Chris here, I previously had recorded this, but my camera cut it off. I had said we figured it out, but you figured it out.
Team effort.
And again, like I said before, I'm just here for support, man. I'm watching you do your thing. I appreciate all your help and your patience with me. I know we had a couple issues in there. I even caught an Uber in between there somewhere and caught a ride back home and hitchhiked and had my thumb out and everything.
Tuning's a process.
Yeah, it's a process, and I appreciate your patience. Again, where can people find you, brother?
Check us out, www.Natural Aspirations. Of course, you can check us up on Yelp, Natural Aspirations, City of Torrance. And then Instagram, check out our content, natural_aspirations.
And I'll go ahead and put that all up here. You'll see it in that magic box like you did it before earlier. Yeah, I'll make it look like you're holding it like
caption.
Yeah, no, there you go, that'll be the picture. And again, thanks again for everything, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah, pleasure.
Thank you. So that's the video. If you like videos like this, like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. You have all the information up here for AJ, me, Sergio, and everybody. You know, I give it to you guys. But again, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully a deal car likes the car as much as I do so far. It's making great power and it's gonna be running great. It's idling great. Thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe. Peace. Don't just skip to the end.